Three news stories for you. Firstly, Jeffrey Feltman, US envoy to the Horn of Africa, says that Ethiopian PM Abiy has a popular mandate and the US recognizes this mandate. He talked about some other developments as well. And secondly, since last night, we have been hearing rumors and we have seen some written articles as well. There are differences, disagreements between Ethiopian PM Abiy Ahmad and the president of Ethiopia, Sahle-work. Africa Report is a news source which shared an article claiming that Ethiopian President Sahle-work was distancing herself away from Ethiopian PM Abiy Ahmad. The president of Ethiopia then a few hours ago issued a statement, a clarification. We'll have a look at this development. And lastly, an update from Debre Sina. What's happening there? Because TDF and OLA, after taking control of Shiva Orbit, were moving towards Debre Sina. In a previous video, I told you they were in the outskirts of Debre Sina. Have they taken control of this place? Are they inside? Are they moving towards Debre Birhan from Debre Sina? Some updates for you from this front. Firstly, Jeffrey Feltman, US envoy to the Horn of Africa, has concluded his second visit of Ethiopia in almost a month. He's back in the US. There he briefed press reporters about his visit of Ethiopia. He responded to several questions about his mediation efforts. Firstly, what he said can be summed up as that there has not been any tangible progress regarding mediation between Tigray People Liberation Front and Ethiopian government. No concrete progress has been announced by Jeffrey Feltman. Secondly, in response to a question, he said, despite imperfections in elections, PM Abiy was elected as the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. He has popular mandate and the US recognizes this mandate. We saw a similar statement from Anthony Blinken, US Secretary of State, as well, when he visited Kenya a few days ago. He had said that PM Abiy was duly elected leader of Ethiopia. That is why I say that the US will never support armed removal of PM Abiy from power. So US has been calling upon TPLF to halt its advance towards Addis Ababa. It's official position of the US government. Having said that, yes, diplomatically, US government is inclined towards TPLF because Ethiopian government is definitely blocking aid delivery to Tigray. Here, the US government has a very strong position that Ethiopian government must allow aid into Tigray, and deliberately Ethiopian government is blocking this aid delivery to Tigray. But the US is against removal of PM Abiy from power by force. Secondly, viewers, we have a news story about rumors, rather reports which have been proven wrong, that there are disagreements, disputes between Ethiopian President Sahle-work and Prime Minister Abiy Ahmad. Yesterday, Africa Report shared an article written by a journalist who claimed that the journalist claimed to be in touch with the president of Ethiopia, Sahle-work. The journalist claimed that Sahle-work was not happy with PM Abiy's war-mongering policies. She was not on board and that she was against this war from day one. She was not on board. So according to the article, Ethiopian president was trying to distance herself away from Ethiopian PM Abiy Ahmad. But hours after that, we saw a statement from President Sahle-work. She says that she supports PM Abiy's policies about Ethiopia. She is on board and she does not have any dispute, any disagreements with PM Abiy's policies. She says she did not give any interview to the journalist who wrote that article in Africa Report. So a clarification has come. International media was sharing this as a breaking news that the president was not on board, that the president was against the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, but she has clarified her position. Lastly, viewers, Debre Sina town in North Shua zone of Amhara region. 48 hours ago, I told you that TDF and OLA were close to Debre Sina. After capturing Shivarobi town, they started moving towards Debre Sina, which is 30 kilometers away from Shivarobi. Mulale, close to Debre Sina and Shivarobi, also came under TDF and OLA. Then they were moving towards Debre Sina. So what's the latest on this front? Is the town under TDF and OLA? Well, what we have learned so far is that Amhara forces, they withdrew from this place, Debre Sina. Local officials also left the place. Then reportedly Tigray Defense Force and OLA members, they entered Debre Sina. Since then, we are hearing of drone strikes and airstrikes on Debre Sina. So that is why perhaps we have not seen any videos, pictures of TDF fighters from this place. So far, no statement from Tigray's Central Command as well about the town coming under the control of Tigray Defense Force and OLA. So TDF and OLA, they have managed to enter Debre Sina, but since heavy drone strikes and airstrikes are underway, so we'll have to wait a little to see can they remain in control of Debre Sina or not. Some Tigray supporters are talking about Debre Birhan, that TDF and OLA have reached the outskirts. No, they have not reached Debre Birhan. According to my information, they are somewhere close to Debre Sina, but due to drone strikes, airstrikes, they are not advancing. And secondly, due to a new front on the back, Shiorobit front, they have slow down their advance. I told in previous video views that Afar forces, Ethiopian National Defense Forces and Amhara forces from the east are moving towards Shivarobit, where fighting is being reported. So now we might see a halt in TDF OLA's advance towards Debre Birhan, because on their back near Shivarobit fighting is happening. They'll have to clear their back before continuing their advance towards Debre Birhan and inside Debre Sina. So we'll have to wait a little. The counteroffensive launched by Ethiopian National Defense Force and regional forces will slow down TDF's advance. TDF will try to hold its ground in coming days. It might not start some new offensive, new advances. After repelling these counteroffensives, if TDF could, then we could see TDF starting advance towards Debre Birhan. So far, front line is close to Debre Sina. Thank you for watching.